I'm joined here by Grandmaster Maurice Ashley. Maurice, the match ended 3 games too soon. Your thoughts on it?
I just think I'm in stunned disbelief. How could this happen? The way Nepo started was very, very strong, and then to end the way he did is just like, no one can believe it. The mistakes that he made for such a player, even if he was a much lesser player, you wouldn't make these mistakes, but some kind of meltdown, what can you say?
Yeah, you will. I mean, following the match so closely, do you also think that the 6th game was the turning point of it all?
I don't believe the 6th game was the turning point, to be honest. I hear that that's just a big game. He lost it after many hours of fighting. But one game shouldn't do this to you. One game just should not do this to you. Those kind of blunders that he made, in the World Championship matches, we've seen people lose long games, but to blunder, those kind of one-move errors, or this one, the last game, where what else was Magnus going to do but take his knight and take the pawn on g4 with check, and you have this horrible position? I don't get it. There's something else that went on inside his head. Maybe it was something in his personal life, or I'd be speculating, but what happened just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, we'll get to know maybe in the coming days as to what happened. But overall, are you happy with your role here at the World Championship?
Yeah, I was thrilled. I got a chance to do chess on American television. We simply don't have that at all. I don't know what kind of continuity it will have. We hope it will, but at least I got to do it over 11 games instead of the 14 that I was hoping. So we'll see. We'll see whether or not they're attracted to chess as a concept and keep on doing it. It would be amazing if chess could open up in the United States in a real way. It would be big for our game for sure.
I got to know from a few of the people here that the shows were very popular and that a lot of people followed them.
Well, I'm happy they did. I think we tried to do our best. We tried to make it as entertaining as possible. People will watch it on YouTube now and can see the shows, and we'll see. It's not going to be the Queen's Gambit, I can tell you that.
But there was a lot of effort put into them. I mean, there were cinematic shots, there were player interviews, you were going around interviewing so many people, there were expert insights. So a fully packed show, yeah, 25 minutes of amazing content.
We wanted it to be entertaining. We know if you're going to be on American television, you can't have chess analysis, moves, variations, opening lines, and that's going to fail horribly. So we know we needed to keep it as engaging as possible, and I think we did what we wanted to do. Whether people really liked it, that's going to be something else, but I think we've gotten great feedback from it, including from NBC, who said this was exactly what they thought was necessary for a mass audience.
You know, people say that chess is not a spectator sport, but whenever something around chess is done tastefully, it gets very good feedback, like the Queen's Gambit or this show. I guess it's a myth, yeah, that chess cannot be marketed well.
I think chess is something that fascinates everybody, and if you do it the right way and not, as I said, do too much chess, do too much analysis, that's for the hardcore fans. They're going to follow no matter what you do. If you want to get it to a bigger market, of course, you can make it accessible.
And about your role as the host of the press conferences, how are you feeling about that? It was quite tough when Jan was losing his games.
Actually, I didn't think it was tough for me. I think it was easy enough for me to just ask a few questions and then police the rest of the questions from the journalists. It's a press conference. It is what it is. When you're sitting there in between these two incredible players for a high-stakes match with all the tension on the line, of course, it's going to look like I'm under fire somehow and have to be careful with what I say. But frankly, I've been in tougher situations in my life than a press conference with two people being interviewed. So to me, that was just par for the course, part of the job.
You know, I liked your Facebook post a lot, where you said you started off from Jamaica. What was that? And then you reached all the way up till here. So it's kind of a milestone in your life.
It has been an incredible journey. I'm grateful all the time. Like, I wake up and I think, how am I at the World Chess Championship, introducing the players, running the press conference, hosting a show for NBC. I'm just a kid from Jamaica who grew up in Brooklyn, New York, hoped that I would become a grandmaster one day, and now I'm mingling with the best players, including Vishy Anand, for example, who we laugh and joke. I just can't believe it. I have to pinch myself that I actually have come this far and have this kind of work that I get to do.
Yeah, so I mean, once you've done the World Championship, now what's next? Any plans coming up for you?
I'm doing a lot of corporate speaking and appearances. That's been great for me over the last year. The pandemic has really helped that. Queen's Gambit has helped more than anything else to get people really interested in chess. So I'm doing a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of content creation that I do. So I'm looking to do some videos. I keep threatening to write books. I think it'll happen. We'll see. We'll see what I do, but I think there's going to be a lot of content creation in the near future.
When you talk about corporate shows, is it like you talk about how chess can help the people in a corporate environment?
Absolutely. Chess and business go together really well. Chess and critical thinking, decision making, a path of excellence. Absolutely. And this is a topic that I cover in my talks, and it's great. I've spoken to a lot of corporations, Google, Amazon, Pinterest, IBM, just a bunch of big names, Fortune 500 names. It's been an incredible opportunity, and there are more opportunities to come.
And you think that when you do this, it would attract these companies to come into chess, maybe support chess in future?
I hope. I don't make any assumptions. I just try to do the best job that I can and hope that they see the value in it, and hopefully combine efforts of everyone. Give credit to FIDE for finding people like NBC, for finding big sponsors, Magnus for the work that he's doing to find sponsors as well. We all play a role, and we'll see if it adds up to something that's a pot of gold for chess players in the long run.
And I got to know that there's a town named after you. Is that true?
What town? What are you talking about?
There's some kind of there's a day named after you.
Yeah, oh yes, there are a couple of days actually.
Could you tell us about that?
I was honored by the town of Brookhaven in Long Island, New York.
Right.
They made a Maurice Ashley Day, August 26th.
That must have been a great feeling.
That was fun, but then in Houston, Texas, they also made a day after me as well in January. So I got 2 name days I can celebrate at 2 different times a year. It's cool. It's just honoring the accomplishments that I've had. So it's pretty nice when people say, you've done something, we want to honor that,
yes,
and give you a day. So I get this day every year in these 2 places.
Like Anand, he has a minor planet named after him.
That would be awesome. Yeah. I'll take a planet over a day any time of the week. I'm a big space fan. I would take a planet, a star, an asteroid, make it happen. I would definitely want that.
Yeah, I know that you're a space fan. You also spoke with Neil deGrasse Tyson, who was there on your show, I believe. There was also Tim Ferriss on your show. So many well-known, popular characters with whom you are interacting, and you're doing a phenomenal job, Maurice. I think a big asset to the game of chess. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you. You've been kind. Thanks so much for what you guys do as well.
Thanks a lot.